Recording.
Again, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our MLS Touch training. This is a class on the mobile application for the MLS. I'm glad that you all are here with me today. My name is Robert, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask questions. This is meant to be an interactive class. I am hosting the class from my phone, directly from my iPhone, and I will be using and sharing the screen with you and using the MLS Touch application. All right, so as realtors on the go, it is very important for us to have an application that we can immediately open on our phones and look up properties and find more information on a particular property, schedule a showing straight from our phone, basically perform functions that you would normally do on the MLS on your computer, but also on your phone. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen with you so we can go ahead and get started. All right, guys, you should be able to see my screen at this point, and this is my phone screen. And what you guys are gonna do if you have an iPhone, then you're gonna go to your Apple store, right? You're gonna go to your App Store, and if you have a Google or an Android, you're gonna go to your Google Play Store, and you are going to search for MLS Touch. So you're gonna come here, you're gonna search for MLS Touch, you're gonna select it, and you are gonna download MLS Touch, which is this application that you guys see here. All right, I just want to confirm, can everyone see my screen? Can everyone see my phone screen?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
all right, perfect. Sometimes I continue on with my class and no one's seeing my screen, so I just want to double check. Thank you so much for confirming. All right, so you're gonna download the MLS Touch app and you want to download it to your phones. Okay, that's the first order to do before we get started, and I already have it on my screen, so let me go ahead and show it to you. I have a folder here called Real Estate, and of course, you'll see that the MLS Touch is that first application that you see there. Other apps that you may want to download to your phone that you'll be using, Supra, eKey. Remember when we're showing properties and the properties are on Supra lock boxes, you want to have your Supra eKey. Earnest, this is how we collect escrows when we're working with tenants and we want to collect escrow directly into our escrow account. We can use Earnest. Forewarned, RPR. There's so many really good apps that you guys want to download. All right. So let's go ahead and open up MLS Touch and let's get started with our class. If this is your first time using MLS Touch or something like this happens to you,
Yes.
all right, then I'm going to go ahead and click on OK, and it's going to request for me to log in. All right. So I'm actually glad this
No.
happened to me. All right. Give me 1 second, guys. All right. So I'm actually glad that happened to me. So I can go ahead and show you exactly what it is that we have to do. All right. So normally it just logs you right in. All right. But in this case, it's not logging me in. So we're gonna go ahead and get logged in by selecting Florida. Right. And then we're gonna click on next, and we are with the Miami Realtors. That is our association. That's who provides us the MLS. We're gonna go ahead and confirm that. And it's gonna ask us to log in. All right, or it may log you in right away, depending. All right, so it's actually asking me to log in. So I'm gonna go ahead and put in my license number, and I'm gonna click on login, and that's it. All right. Now, of course, it remembered my password. If you already had logged in prior and you asked the system to remember your password, then it would have remembered your password and you log in with your face recognition like it did online. If this is the first time for you to log in, you're going to have to enter your license number as the user ID and your MLS password, the current password you use with Matrix MLS, and it will log you in right away. All right, so here we are inside of MLS Touch. Again, this is the mobile MLS app. There are a lot of the same functions that you see on your Matrix MLS. You'll see it on your app as well. So you're gonna see a lot of things that are familiar. All right, before we get started, we are going to go ahead and locate the more button on the lower right corner. Can everyone see on my screen the lower right corner, three little lines that says more? Yes, we're going to go ahead and click there, and you'll see that my photo is there and my name, and that I work with Elite Ocean View Realty, and we are all Miami Realtors. All right. So we actually want to go ahead and click on settings first. So let's take a look. We have general, where you are going to see all of your saved searches. You have a calculator, and you have like a little help section where you can discover MLS Touch. There is branding information that you can manage. There's also share my branded app, which is really cool. This allows you to share the app with another one of your contacts. We'll talk about that later. There is settings, and then there is technical support, follow us, and log out at the bottom. Let's go ahead and click on settings. All right. Let's click on settings, and we just want to make sure that our settings are done correctly, to your preference. And then, of course, we're going to go ahead and save it. So let's click on preferences real quick here. All right. Basically, these are preferences that you can use on your MLS Touch app. So if you're using the calculator or a mortgage calculator, what's the default down payment you want the calculator to always display? It's currently at 10%. That's fine. Okay. You have over here settings on remember your last search, which is really cool. Once you close the MLS Touch app and you open it, it goes back to your last search. So you can always come over here, say open last search, open new search, or open last search, no message. All right, so how do you want the preference to be when you open up the map? I always have it where it says open to the last search, okay? Um, There's also some default sorting here. So when you're sorting on the map, you can sort by price ascending or price descending. You can sort by address, by living area, status, date, and distance. All right, so you select how you want to sort on your map. Advanced search, again, how do you want to sort? I have it by price ascending, and other good things that you see there. Make sure you hit apply to make your changes. All right. So just really wanted you to go through your preferences here. We're not going to spend too much time on this because it's obviously going to take a little bit of time to go through that. So let's just go ahead and back out of that. And then if you're running comps inside of MLS Touch, you also want to set up your comps. So when you're running comps, you're going to see there recently sold and it's checked. You want to see properties that are recently sold. You only want to see properties that are on the market. Then you click on market. Let's go with recently sold. And then you can enter a price range or a distance within. Let's go ahead and put distance within half mile. All right. And let's save that. Let's save that as a default. Okay. You're gonna go ahead and hit the back button. And then you have notifications, notifications. These are push notifications. These are not going to be text messages. And these push notifications, if you have a message from one of your contacts, you want to receive a push notification, make sure you turn it on. If you receive a new lead inside the system, again, get a push notification, which is basically a notification on your phone. And new contacts favorites. So if a contact of yours favorites a property, again, get a push notification. And if a contact of yours discarded, meaning deleted a property, again, get a push notification and go ahead and have those saved. All right. So pretty much I just wanted to cover some of the settings that you see there. I'm going to go ahead and click on more once again. The picture and the name and our company comes directly from your MLS matrix setup. All right, so everything you have set up in your MLS matrix is what you see up here. You want to change what you see up there, you're going to go back to your MLS and change it. Upload a new photo, maybe change your name. You're gonna do that, but inside of the MLS. All right. Let's go ahead and proceed to clicking on home. Let's click on home. All right. So here we are, and it says MLS Touch. Hi, your name. All right. And then underneath we have map search. So when you open up Go MLS, sorry, not Go MLS. Sorry about that. When you open up MLS Touch, You have here map search. You have, so when you click on map search, it takes you to your map search, right? If you click on search by number, it takes you where you can search by MLS number, and it allows you to plug in up to 10 MLS numbers at once. All right, let's close that out. You have over here on the right advanced search, which allows you to search by criteria. So entering search criteria. You have my listings. So if you guys have any listings, you can check in on your listings through here. All right. And then you have my favorites. So as you go along, adding properties to your favorites in the MLS Touch app, you will see them under my favorites. And then hot sheets, this allows you to run hot sheet searches, which I'll show you later in class. All right. If you look at the bottom, you have home, you have search, you have contacts, you have search for members, because you can search for any realtor in the database by clicking on members search. All right. So just wanted to give you an orientation, brief overview of what you're looking at on your homepage inside of the MLS Touch app. So, guys, the first thing I want to do is teach you how to share the app with a customer. Let's say you have a buyer or you have a renter, someone who continues to send you properties through Redfin or Zillow. You know, there's absolutely nothing we can do to stop them from doing that. All right. I've got buyers who continuously, even though I send them properties, they continuously send me properties through Redfin or Realtor.com or Zillow. That's just the way they learned how to search for properties. But how do we actually get them into our app? So we're going to go ahead and click on more at the lower right corner. And we are going to click on share my branded app. It's under configurations. Share my branded app. Okay. Now we're going to share a link where it invites the user to download the MLS Touch app and use the MLS Touch app. And it's always going to be branded to your name and your photo. Basically, they have complete use of the MLS Touch app as a consumer, and you are always going to remain the primary contact information. So that's pretty cool. You can send the code by email, you can send the code by text message by clicking on send SMS. Basically, click on send SMS and go ahead and send it to somebody. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and send it to myself. Click on it, and I just received a text message. Let's go open the text messages real quick here, and there it is, guys. Hi there, please use this link to download my mobile app. All right. So when they click there, they're going to be prompted to download the MLS Touch app and begin using it right away. All right, guys. Obviously, I'm not going to click on the link. I am just demonstrating how we send the link to our customer. All right, guys, so let's go back into the MLS Touch app. And that is how you share your branded app. Remember, you click on more on the lower right corner and then click on share my branded app. All right, no more excuses. Oh, but they keep on searching on Zillow and Redfin and Realtor.com. That's fine. But at least you did share your branded app with them. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to go in order. We're going to go ahead and click on the first big button you see there, which is the the map search. Let's click on map search. Now it's going to go ahead and put you under or in your current location. So if I zoom in here, this is where I'm currently located. I am inside of our Coral Gables office. So this is my current location. All right. You guys can take your finger, pretty much move the map to whatever location you want. You don't have to look around your current location. But if you are driving around and you are curious as to how many properties are available in your general area, you can always click the locator button, which is on the upper right corner of the map, that little arrow, and that's going to locate you. So let's say I come here and I do this, right? Look, I'm moving west on the map. And now I click on the little locator button and it's going to go ahead and take me back over here. Now, of course, guys, you must have the location device on your phone turned on. If you are private and you have your location turned off, then this may not work. The map is going to work, but the location device is not going to work. It's not going to locate your current location, right? All right. On the top, you guys can search by county, city, area, or zip code. You can always come here and you can enter whatever county, zip code, uh, area that you want, city, and it's going to go there. All right. Also, you have criteria. You notice the criteria page is going to be on the right of the search bar. So if you click on the search bar, it opens the search bar. But if you click on the right, there is a criteria button. When you click there, this allows you to set what type of property are you looking for. So let's say, for example, we're looking for single family homes. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the first button, and you see where it says all single family home. We're just going to go ahead and select single. We don't want any mobile homes. All right. Then, if you do not want condos, uncheck condos, right? If you do not want multifamily, make sure nothing is checked. Same thing with residential land and residential rental, land commercial, commercial property. So this allows you to select specifically what property type you're after. I went ahead and only checked single family home, right? And then the next button is sale rental. It's set to all. We're going to go ahead and select for sale only. Let's click on for sale only. Now we have single family for sale only. The next step is to put in a price range. Let's go ahead and put in a max price range of $1.5 million. All right. So right here we have $1.5 million. And let's go ahead and click on done. All right. And then we need at least 4 bedrooms and at least 2 bathrooms. So 4 plus 2 plus. If your client's looking specifically for a property that is more than 2,000 square feet, we're going to click on living area and we're going to put in here a minimum of 2,000 square feet. You can use the little slider if you want, this little slider that you see here, or you can pretty much come over here and type in 2,000. All right, that's your minimum square footage. You have the same thing for lot size. You have status, listing status. Click there, and you only want actives. You do not want pendings or active under contract. You just want active. So let's go ahead and click on apply. All right. And these are other criterias. You can click on more criteria, and it's going to open up things like swimming pool, waterfront, things of that nature, garage spaces, HOPA, Housing Older Persons Act, and things like that. Once you're ready, you want to just go ahead and click on search. Now you're looking at the properties that are available in your current location, right? Because I hit the locator button that fit that criteria. If I move the map here, you will see more properties that come up and under that criteria. All right. Now, if you want to see a property, of course, you click on the green label. It's going to show you the property, right? And if you want to see more, just slide this up and you get to see the entire property. You get to see all the photos by just sliding like this, and you can slide and see all the photos. Here we have the list price, which is $1,498,000. We have the property address with the property details. Here we have share, because you get to share this property by text message or in other platforms by clicking on share with your clients. You can also request to show the property by clicking on showing request. You can add the property to your carts. You can run a comparable on this property, and you can print this property from your phone. Private notes. These are notes that you are going to document and you're going to save it. So these are private, only be seen by you. Okay. Listing information, it's going to give you property type, it's going to give you short sale, REO, things like that, legal description, bedrooms, bathrooms, square footage. Location information, it's going to tell you the folio number, which is a parcel ID number, subdivision, schools in the area. General information, it's going to go ahead and give you the fact that it is a single family home. It does not have a swimming pool, right? Construction type, design description, Roof type, whether it's in a HOPA community or not. Is the home for lease? Yes or no? Lot square footage. All right. So it gives you everything, even pool, swimming pool. Remarks are the agent remarks. So these are the remarks that the agent put in as public remarks. All right, and then you see down below broker remarks. It has here for showings, please text and then their phone number. Remember, broker remarks are only seen by agents, right? Public remarks are seen by everyone. Room information is going to give you information about the room, and then right here we have additional information: interior features, exterior features, subdivision information, and cooling and heating and water description. Attachments, if there's any attachments, you'll see here new attachment and new attachment. You get to click on the attachments and download them. Realist tax data allows you to see taxes or tax information on this property. All right, give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about that. All right, so I am on my phone and I just received a phone call. That's fine. They can call me back or text me. Um, Realist tax data, when you click on Realist tax data down here, it'll open up all the Realist tax data. It shows you who owns the property. It shows you things like their tax information. It shows them property characteristics, estimated value of the property. It shows you the last time this property was sold, the date, the price, the mortgage information, sales history, mortgage history. So it has all the public records data within the app. All you need to do is click on Realist Tax Data. Really cool, guys. I'm going to go ahead and close that out. You got financial information here. Financial information shows you once again total mortgage on the house, terms considered all cash and conventional. You have a mortgage estimator, so you can open that up and it's gonna let you change, how much down payment, how much is gonna be paid in mortgages per month. Agent information is gonna show you right here any information that is meant to be seen by the agent only, right? Internet remarks, and then who listed the property. You're going to see their photo, you're going to see their name, you're going to have the ability to click on call me, and you can call the agent right away, send an email to the agent, send a text message. That's what SMS is. You can also request a showing online directly through the MLS Touch app, and you can go to the agent's website. And at the very bottom, you'll see this property has been on the market now for 175 days. 175 days. So let's scroll all the way to the top, all the way to the top. If I want to share this property with one of my clients, I'm just going to go ahead and click on share, which is right there on the left. We're going to click on send SMS. If you want to send it to one of your clients that's already inside of the MLS Touch app, these are all my clients from Matrix. You can select one or just go ahead and click on skip. And that's going to go ahead and put in the link here. And you can send it to any one of your clients. I'm going to go ahead and type my name here and I'm going to send it to myself once again. All right, I'm going to send it to myself. Let's just go ahead and click on send. And I'm going to open up my text message real quick, and you'll see here that I just sent the link for them to view the property. All right, just sent the link for them to view the property. Let's go back over here and let's click on MLS Touch. Here's the trick, guys. If you don't like the way that looks, this is what I do. All right, I click on share and then I click on SMS, right? We're going to go ahead and click on skip. This is what I do, guys. I just copy this, right? I'm going to just copy the link. We're going to copy the link, right? I don't need the whole introduction and regards, Roberto Rodriguez, all that stuff. So I'm just going to do that. And then I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to send it to, someone, right? And look what happens. The actual property comes up, all right? Rather than sending a link, right? Rather than sending a link, you can just copy the link itself and go to your text messages and send it. Go to your WhatsApp and send it. And it comes up this way. I think it's a little bit more professional than just sending a link like this. I wish it were different, but it's not. If you send the SMS directly from the MLS Touch app, it shows up like this. But if you just copy this link that you see there, if you just copy that link, it's going to actually send, and when you paste it, it's going to send a preview of the property like this, which I think it's a little bit more professional, more presentable. All right. Anyone have any questions so far? We're moving along pretty smoothly. All right, guys. So notice the star on the right-hand side. That is if you want to add this property to your favorites. So if you want to add the property to your favorites, just click on the star. It turns yellow. Now you've added the property to your favorites. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and close that. Let's say I want to draw on the map, right? I want to draw on the map. You see the little pencil on the upper right corner of the map? We're going to click on the pencil and then we're just going to go ahead and draw on the map like this. You're going to finish the drawing where you started it. Okay? That's how you draw. And if you want to see now all the results right there, that is map view. But you can always click on list view. And here are all the results in that map, right? And those are all the results in the map. Really cool stuff. Okay. Obviously, you can click on a property and see more information on your property. All right. I'm going to go back to the map here. So let's click on map. And if you just want to remove the drawing, click on the pencil again and you remove the drawing. All right, guys. So have fun drawing. Basically, come over here. They want to be around the Granada golf course. I'm going to go ahead and draw around the Granada golf course like this. All right, and those are the properties around the Granada Golf Course. Click on list, and here are the properties that I can present to them. All right. All right, guys. You see the three little dots on the upper right corner of where the criteria is. Does everyone see the three little dots? Let's click there. You see here, add to favorites. You guys can add all 21 results to your favorites, or you can add all 21 results to your cart. Or better yet, if you want to share all 21 results by SMS, you click on send SMS, select all the results or five of them or whatever you guys want. All right, as you guys can see there, I selected five. I'm going to click on done. All right, and then skip, go right into here, and I am sending all 20. Oh, sorry, not all 21, but I'm sending five, right? I selected five properties. And I'm gonna go ahead and proceed to send it to myself. All right, send. And I just sent myself five properties. Let's come here and take a look. All right. There it is, right? Now, of course, guys, just let them know, hey, listen, I just sent you five properties via text message. Click on it and it's gonna open up here. And this is the client view. The client's always going to have a reduced view of the property. They can look at all the pictures, they can look at the bedrooms, bathrooms, description of the property. They can see schools in the area, they can see details of the property, they can also see location, they have a mortgage estimator, and then at the very bottom, there is your picture, there's your name, there's your contact information. All right. So it's always going to be branded by you. All right. So without fail, guys, go to your MLS Touch app and start sending properties to your clients from here. Don't wait till you get home in front of a computer to log into Matrix. All right. Any questions on how using the map? I'm gonna go ahead and remove the pencil here, and just one more thing. If you guys want to go to, let's say, zip code 33141, I'm gonna go there, and the map should take me right. It should take me there. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be very disappointed. All right, it's spinning, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Yeah, it's not taking me there. All right, it didn't take me there. Um, Not really gonna use this part here. Because I can search 33141, but it's going to be through an actual criteria search. So if you guys want to go to Miami Beach, like I just did there, obviously, folks, take your map and go to Miami Beach, right? Take your map and go to Miami Beach. And you know what? That's 33141 that you see right there. All right, you guys get to now draw around the area. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and click on the criteria field, and we're going to reset everything. We're gonna click on reset, and we're gonna click on search, and I just resetted my criteria. Okay. All right, go back home. That was your map search. If someone gives you an MLS number, right? Someone calls you and says, "Hey, Robert, I'm really interested in a property, and the MLS number is this, is A118-62038." So I'm gonna come here, click on search by number, and I'm gonna come here and put in A118-62, and then put in what is it? 038. Right? 118-62038. All right. Put in the MLS number. Again, you guys can put in multiple MLS numbers, up to 10. Then click on search, and there's your property. So if someone sends you an MLS number, and you need to search by MLS number, go ahead and use the search by number, open up the property, see more information. If you guys want to schedule a showing for this property, click on show requests. All right, and you are gonna see showing time open up, right? The app for showing time. Schedule the showing. I'm gonna go ahead and schedule it, or pretend to schedule it. We're not gonna fulfill the scheduling, but let's go ahead and pretend to schedule it for 3:30 this afternoon. All right, it's a showing. There's your contact information, request the appointment, and the agent will then confirm that you are now set up to show the property today at 3:30 p.m. All right. That is how you can schedule a showing from your MLS Touch app. All right. Let's go ahead and close that out. Let's go back. Let's go back. And that was search by number. All right, let's go now and click on the advanced search. So we are sitting in our car and we need to run a rental search for my client that's looking to rent somewhere in South Florida, right? You have county, city, or zip code. So let's select zip code. And let's come over here and let's put in 33131, right? This is the Brickell area. All right, so let's go ahead and put in 33131. You guys can search by address. So if you have the particular building address, you can put in the building address where it says search by address. Property type, multiple values. Let's remove single family. Let's remove condo. Let's go to residential rental, right? Residential rental. And let's put in here condo. All right, I'm looking for condo. Let's click on apply. I need a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom condo, and my price should not exceed $4,000, max of $4,000. I would like to be on the water. So let's click on more criteria and let's go waterfront. Yes. Apply. Search. And what just happened here? Go back. I don't have to search by address. I put in 33131. There you go. All right, here are all of my available results under $4,000 waterfront condos for rent in zip code 33131. 47 available results. These are all 2-bedroom, 2 bathrooms. These are all under 4,000 in the same zip code that are waterfront properties. So similar to how you would search on the MLS, you can search on your phones, find results. Remember, if you want to send multiple properties at once, click on the 3 dots on the upper right corner and go ahead and send by email, send by SMS. You're going to go ahead and select which properties you want to send, like this, and go ahead and click on done, and now send it to someone. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cancel out. I do not want to send it. All right, those 3 dots, those same 3 dots also allows you to add several properties to your favorites. So once again, come here, right? select the properties you want to add to your favorites, click on done, and that's it, done. Those three properties were added to your favorites. And clicking on the three dots on the upper right corner again, you can also create a cart. You know, on the MLS, how you create carts for your clients or for yourself, you can also create a cart. Click on add to cart and add them to your cart. All right. Now that we're pretty much halfway through our training, can anyone tell me where I can find the favorites? Where can I find the favorites? Where's the favorites? All right, there are several of you on the training. So can anyone tell me where I can find the favorites?
It says my favorites right there on the screen.
Exactly, exactly. So let's go ahead and go back over here to the screen and my favorites. There they are. Thank you so much, Crystal. So remember the three properties in Brickle that I just added? There they are. All right, there they are. If you guys want to remove properties from your favorites, you can always click on those three dots over there and hit remove from favorites. And I'm going to go ahead and select the ones I want to remove. I no longer want this property. Well, this property I do want, and that property too. Let's just keep those two properties there. Let's remove this guy right here. All right, remove that one from my favorites and hit done. And that property is now gone from my favorites. Very easy, guys. Very easy. Now, let's go back over here and let's go back to advanced search. All right, advanced search. So we did zip code search. What if we want to do by a particular building address? It's very simple. Come over here where it says search by address and put in 500. All right, 500 Brickell Avenue. Come here and put in 500 Brickell Avenue. That's going to be the building that we want to search. Okay. And I'm going to hit search, and there are the available results at 500 Brickell Avenue. Very easy. Obviously, if you put the address of a particular home, it's going to go right to that home. So if you want to do a neighborhood search around a home, then you're gonna have to do um, you know either subdivision name or just go to the map and draw around that area. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and practice with you guys something. We're going to go ahead and run a comp analysis on a property. So let me pick a two bedroom, two bathroom condo in this building. Let's click on this one. All right, so here we have a 2-2 in this building. We're going to go ahead and run comparables. You see right there where it says comparables? See where I'm moving this? I'm going to go ahead and click on comparables. And we have recently sold. And let's put price range to 20%. That's fine. Distance within half a mile. Select same number of bedrooms. Yes. Click on search. And you are now going to see some results, right? Now, I want to stay within the same building pretty much. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that this is the building right there. All right. Where you see the green screen, that's the building right there. And I want results from here. All right. I want results from this area. So I'm going to click on list, and here are my comps. All right, here are my comps. Again, click on the three dots on the right-hand side. You can go ahead and add those to your carts if you want. But here are my comps. Comp number one, and you guys get to see the comparables, right? Comp number two, and you get to see the comparables. All right, guys, that is how you can find comps inside of MLS Touch. It's very simple. Click on a property, click on comparables, find comps based on this basic criteria here. Click on search, and it's going to go ahead and show you some comps in the area. All right. Now, if you don't zoom in, it's going to give me all of these comps. I don't want all of these comps. Zoom in. All right. Try and go within that area. All right. If I do this right there within that area and I click on list now, I'm going to see the comps. All right. Very simple. Advanced search. Advanced search, once again, by address, by city, by zip code, and by criteria. All right, very cool stuff. All right, guys. Now, obviously, you know what my favorites does. That's your favorites, and you have all of your properties that you've added to your favorites. And we're gonna go ahead and practice how to save a search because you can save a search. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and just open up the map real quick here, and let's go down here to Miami somewhere in the roads area. All right. Let's that whole area right there that you see the cross streets, that's known as the roads. So I'm gonna draw. All right, and this is where my client wants to live. Right? That's where my client wants to live. We're gonna click on criteria because we are set to rental. Remember how we have the map search that says open to the last search? So the last search I did was rental. So let's get out of that, right? Let's reset this. Reset it. Okay. Now come over here and click on property type. We want single family home. All right, that's it. That's all we want. Single family home. And then sale rental, let's go for sale. And then just give me any price range. All right. I need to reset this, guys. So sorry. Let me go ahead and there we go. All right. I needed to reset that. Let's come back over here and let's draw this again. I'm gonna have to do this all over again. Map search, draw, and even the instructor, sometimes it is gonna struggle, right? There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and draw like this. All right, doesn't have to be perfect. We're just doing this for instructional purposes only, but there you go. All right. You see how I don't panic? Something was going on. The app is glitchy. Just start all over, and you'll get it. Always remember that if you don't get any results, to check your criteria because maybe you have your criteria set to rentals, or maybe you have a specific price range that doesn't match with that area. So just want to make sure that you are in tune with everything. So there it is, right? You have those properties. Notice at the bottom of the map, there is an option for you to save the search. See how it says save search, bottom of the map? Click there. We're going to call this the roads, all right? The roads. And then we're going to click on create. All right, we just saved a search called the roads. Now, we can find our saved search by going to more saved searches. And there is the search called the roads. I also have a search I created back in June for Gabriela and it's South Beach. And I have another search I created back in May called Miami Shores Homes under $2 million. So when I click there, it takes me to my results. All right. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back. You see how it says MLS Touch in capital letters and then right next to it says Matrix? All of your matrix saved searches are also in your app. So if you wanted to check in with a search that you've got going on for a client of yours, I'm going to go ahead and click on a client of mine here. And these are the results of a saved search that I've got for one of my clients inside of Matrix. Pretty cool stuff, guys. You can access your saved searches from Matrix and also from MLS Touch from inside of your app. All right, I'm going to go ahead and go back. That is how you save a search. Now, folks, I'm going to go ahead and click on home and I want to teach you how to add a client from your phone. It's very simple. Click on contacts at the bottom. These are all of your MLS contacts, your matrix contacts, right? These are all of your matrix contacts. If you click on add on the upper right corner, you're going to create a new contact or you can import the contact from your device. Create a new contact, first name, last name, any keywords, email address, phone number, save. That's all you need to do. That's all you need to do. All right. When you invite a client to use the app. Remember how we shared the app? Or when I send a property over to the client and they do something, they favorite the property, right? They like the property. All right. You are going to see inside of your contacts kind of like a little notification that tells you that person has activity in the app. There's activity in the app. All right. For example, I'm going to click on Anthony Medina. At some point in the past, I helped Anthony find a property to rent. You will notice that Anthony has 22 favorites, right? 22 favorites. I sent Anthony 42 listings. Okay. And then share my app. He used the app 14 weeks ago. And then there was private notes here that says Anthony will be ready to move in by August 1st. So again, that is how you can manage your contacts in here. And whenever there's activity from that contact inside of your MLS Touch app or the app that you shared with them, you will see all that activity in there. All right. If you want to search for other realtors because you need to get a hold of said realtor, you don't know their phone number. All right, you guys can always go to members right here and you can search for anyone. All right, these are all the members of the Southeast Florida MLS. All you need to do is come over here and type in the name of the person that you're looking for and you will see their contact information. Once you click on their name, you will see their listings, their active listings, their closed listings, and their contact information. Guys, of any member of the entire MLS by clicking on members, okay? All right, last thing I want to cover is going to be hot sheets. Hot sheets allows you to see what's going on in the last 30 days for any particular area. So we have 1 day, 3 days, 5 days back, 7 days back, 14 days back, or up to 30 days. So let's keep it at 7 days. All right, keep it at 7 days. You see they're coming soon, active, pending, close, price increase, price decrease, and then you see change property type, change location. So since it remembers the last hot sheet I did, then naturally I'm gonna go ahead and change it now. Change property type. All right, I want to see single family homes. Let's keep it like that. And then change location. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and close out the last location I had, and I'm gonna put in over here Pembroke Pines. No, Pembroke Pines is too big. Too big. Let me put in here Hollywood. Hollywood's big too, but that's fine. Hollywood, City of Hollywood, and in the last 7 days in the City of Hollywood, all right, you're gonna see activity, right? You're gonna see active listings coming soon, pending, closed sales, prices increase, decrease, and there you go. So in the last 7 days, 64 new single family homes were added into the MLS. If you only want to see the last day, click to the last day, and you have here 12 new listings. Click on that on the active, click on that, and now you see all the homes in Hollywood that were added within the last day on the MLS. All right, so Hot Sheets allows you to really study what's going on in a particular city, zip code, whatever that may be. Simply by clicking on Hot Sheets and clicking on Change Location, and you guys can just focus on any location. You can search by county, city, area, or zip code. All right, really cool stuff. All right, there's other things that MLS Touch helps you do by clicking on more, you guys. You can manage your branding. So click on Manage Branding. And here you have your branding center. So you can, here is the Elite logo, the Miami Realtors logo. You can manage your branding through here. All right, if I click there, that's the language that we speak, and then go ahead and preview your brand and save and activate. So that's manage branding. Also, Facebook publishing tools. You guys get to use MLS Touch if you want to automatically publish your listings on Facebook. So those of you that have listings, the system automatically will create a publish or a post for your listing and allows you to automatically post all of your listings, price reductions, changes of status, open houses onto your Facebook account. All right, so you have that ability to do as well. For any technical support issues with MLS Touch, you can always click on MLS technical support, send us an email. They are open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. All right, folks. All right, so I think we've reached the end of our presentation. Does anyone here have any questions in what we just covered? I think we can all agree this is a very useful app for our phones, for our daily use when we're out and about with our clients, and we don't have to wait till we get home to use the MLS. All right.
Oh, definitely. Robert,
Yes.
when you send the MLS app, when you share the app with your client,
Yes.
I realize it does ask for a code. Where do you find that code?
So let's take a look real quick here.
Mm-hmm.
Open up the app. Open
Okay.
up the app. Go to more. Let's do this. Share my branded app. All
Mm-hmm.
right, and then include this link in your email. All right,
Mm-hmm.
marketing. Let your potential clients download it. Let's try this together.
Mm-hmm.
And mobile app.
Yep.
Is that the code?
Yeah, but it does ask for a code. I don't know if that's the code.
That has to be the code because I've actually shared it with like 5 different clients and they've added it. I've never shared it with myself because I don't need to.
Mm-hmm.
But I can almost guarantee that is the code because no one's struggled to upload the app.
Oh, okay.
You know, if I click on this link now, it's just gonna
Mhm.
take me right to my app.
Okay.
You know, right there. See, it's gonna take them to MLS client. This right here, and when you click on that, it should just allow them to install it.
Okay.
I didn't see where the code was. I'm not gonna install it because it's gonna really mess my
Mm.
app. But I believe that would be the code that it's on the text message.
Okay. All
Okay,
right. Thank you.
try it with me later when we're done with class.
No
Send me an
problem.
invite. Send me an invite. Let's see if it works.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You're welcome. All right, folks. So thank you so much for joining us on this training. I hope that you found it useful. I will upload it to the YouTube channel as usual so we can rewatch it. All right, folks. So thank you again. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you,
Bye
Robert.
now.
Bye
All right,
bye.
you're welcome. Bye.